Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my channel. We are here with chapter 1. This is going to be the first installment of the path to the pros. We are going to deep dive into the world of basketball and hopefully get you to the pros. I know I say the same thing twice, but I just want to instill this idea that it's possible for you to gain the knowledge and the skills to get there. And I'm going to try and help you get there. And I hope you enjoy this process with me. One thing you're not taught as a child, well, you are, but it isn't shown how important it is to do this. And this is setting goals. This process is something that will define a lot of your success in life. If you don't set any goals, you'll be surprised at how unsuccessful you are with your future. And I don't mean that to kind of scare you, but I'm just trying to tell you that it's going to help you a lot in the long run. And that's what we're here for. So if you're here, this is you setting your sights on the basketball pros, and we're going to define the steps to get there. Whether you have a full-time membership at a private gym, or you're shooting hoops in your driveway, defining your goals is going to be the differentiation between you and the other guys. If you set these goals, you are going to be on a whole different level automatically, purely because some people don't set their goals until much further down when they're forced to sit down and do it. If you force yourself to do this now and sit down and do it now, it's going to help you in the long run. Let's start this little chapter by talking about why it's important to set these goals. Fun little fact for you. People who sit down and write their goals are 10 times more likely to be successful at completing it. Yeah, 10 times more. So with that little fact, that little nugget, if your goal is to make the NBA, play overseas, coach a team, coach players, teach other players, setting yourself a goal, or goals for that matter, will give you direction, will help you aim for something, and it helps you narrow down what you don't want to do and what you do want to do in the process of getting somewhere. And it will speed up the process of wasting time. Let's dive a little bit deeper into why goals matter for your process into getting into the pros, okay? Number 1, clarity and focus. Like I said before, first of all, having a goal like trying to become an NBA player will block off all of the other shit and keep you tunnel visioned into getting the success. You want to become an NBA player. Your friends want to go smoke drugs. No. It's going to stop me from getting there. You know what I mean? You don't want to go and play another sport. You can do another sport for coordination, but at some stage you're going to be asked to choose basketball or something else. And when you have the goal of becoming a pro in a specific sport, it's not really much of a decision for you. It is there. Being happy on the other end is something different. But if you have the goal to make the NBA or be a pro basketball player, when that crossroads brought up, it's going to be easy for you to choose, and it won't be so hard. Imagine every time something happens, you have a choice to make, and you don't know how to make the choice, right? If you already have the goal set, it's easy. It's like, does this help me go to, if my goal is to make it to the NBA, which yours should be too. Does doing this event help me go to the NBA, or does it burden the chances of going to the NBA? Help? Burden. No brainer, right? I'm going to do whatever I can to help myself get there. Easy. These decisions are going to be going through your life forever until you make it to where you want to make it. And if you have these goals set, it's going to be so much easier. Not only for yourself, but your family, for your friends. And if your friends understand that, it's going to help you more. Secondly, goals fuel you. They give you energy. I want to keep the NBA as a goal, right? Every time you go and something happens, and you fail. If you don't have goals set, what happens? And I learned this the hard way. What happens if you don't have goals and you fail? You sit there and you're like, damn, did I do the wrong thing? Was I meant to do something else? Was I meant to take a different path? And you start questioning everything that you're doing, all your reality. Whereas if you have these goals set, there's no shying away from it. No, I failed because I didn't do enough work. I didn't train hard enough. I'm not skilled enough in certain things. But the resilience comes with the goal setting, and the motivation behind it is actually, it doesn't matter if I failed or not. I know my goal, and I'm going to continue to do this and get that goal, and I'm going to achieve it, I'm going to achieve it, I'm going to achieve it, right? It's a repetitive cycle. Fail, work on the failures, get better, gain success. Not successful, go back to the work, get better. Get success, gain success, next step, and continue on until you make it to your goals. So that's level 2. We're on level 3 now. See, I hope it's like motivating you to think about this stuff, because people aren't taught this. It's not, people are taught it, but it's kind of brushed over, right? It's like, write your goals down. All right, let's write your goals down. All right, New Year's resolution, write your goals down. Take the piss. It's funny. Yeah, it is, but wait, this could help me direct myself, especially with people who are lost. I was a person who was lost. I didn't make enough goals. I didn't have enough goals. So I'm still roaming through life like I have no idea what to do. If I had goals set, it wouldn't have mattered if I made mistakes. Boom. Next thing. Boom. Next thing. You know what I mean? Keep going straight towards the goal. Now, I want to help you guys gain the skills to go into the pros. I want to be able to help the next generation into the pros, especially the younger generation who can't afford to get all these special qualities or treatments. And lastly, goals serve as a measuring stick for success. And what I mean by that is you have your main goal, right? Which is getting to the NBA. But that's the end of the line, or that's closer to the end. Now you have, right now, just getting in the gym and training. I don't know, if you want to put it periodically, each month have a different goal to try and achieve. Each week have a different goal to try and achieve. Incrementally add goals to get to here, to get to the NBA, to get to pros. Just keep adding the goals. And if you don't pass this goal, how are you going to get to this goal? If you get past this goal and get to this one, how are you going to get to this one, right? And it's kind of like 100-meter sprint, and you're going 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters. You just keep going until you get past these steps, until you get there, and then you won't even realize you're there. And that's what you want to be able to do with these goals. And having these goals is going to help you be able to measure what's going on. So I suggest you start thinking about them and writing them down. Okay. Now that we understand why goals are important, let's start the practical side. Let's start how we can implement it into your skills and getting your progress started, right? Okay. First step, know your why. Why do you want to do it? Why do you love basketball? Why do you want to become a pro? Why is it so motivating for you? Understand that. Understanding and knowing your why will give deeper meaning behind your goals and will motivate you a lot more. You want to help your mom. You want to help your dad. You want to supply for your family, provide for your family. You want to be that guy. You want to win. Anything. This is why you want to know what your why is, right? What your why. Number 2, and time bound. And what I mean by that is NBA by 18, by 20. That's goal number 1. That's the main goal, right? Main goal. For now, get in the gym twice a week. You should be aiming to get in there 5 times a week for at least an hour a day. At least. If you want to get better, an hour for each skill. So set a goal. 5 days a week. Doesn't even have to be in the gym. You can go to the park. 5 days a week. 5 days a week. An hour on dribbling. It doesn't have to be this long. It can be 30 minutes, 20 minutes. An hour on dribbling, an hour on shooting, an hour on layups, an hour on defensive slides, an hour on passing, an hour on knowing how to play the game. Whether that be like knowing how to run a pick and roll, what's happening in a pick and roll, how to do defense, what man defense is, what zone defense is, knowing what to do to break down zone defense and man defense, like all of that stuff. Understanding this stuff now, and then just practicing how to break this shit down, it's going to be crazy. Knowing who to pass it to, how to pass, all of that stuff, you can do that. And you can set it by days. Or maybe Monday I want to work on my passing. Tuesdays I want to work on my shooting. Wednesdays I want to work on my defense. And keep going like that. Fridays I want to work on just playing the game loosely. Saturdays I want to just rest. Sundays, and you can make these goals like that. I want to shoot 1,000 shots a day. I want to shoot 1,000 threes a day. I want to shoot, you know what I mean? Keep going like that and build it up and just have these incremental goals that you can set and be specific with it, time bound. I want to be able to shoot 1,000 jump shots in an hour by next month, 30 days, boom, something like that. I don't know. I want to be able to dunk in 2 months' time. All right, there's your goal. Stuff like that. Learning how to work out on them. Message me also too if you want me to teach you some gym workouts and stuff like that. I can help and I'll tailor it more for you too. Step 3, make sure they're attainable, right? Some people always do, like you see it, people will set goals like, I want to be 6'8" by next year. It's like, man, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. You're either going to be 6'8" when you're 6'8", or you're never going to pass 6 foot. Like, and that's just the hard knocks of it. There's no choosing your height. That's not something you can control. But choosing how much you weigh, how fast you move, how much you can shoot, how fast your dribble is, all of that stuff, you can work on that. So make sure it's attainable. But stuff like height, hair color, I know that's broad, but you know what I mean? When you want to make it into the NBA, it's not up to you. You just got to put the work in and let the work talk for itself, and hopefully and eventually we'll get you there. Step 4, stay accountable. If something doesn't work, don't blame someone else. If you don't make a team, all right, it's possible that it was the coach of the team that didn't choose you, so it's his fault, whatever. But in saying that, under the same breath, clearly you weren't good enough to make him have to change his mind. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where LeBron would have went as a 16-year-old. The coaches would have taken him. Regardless of his height or weight or whatever, he could do everything. He worked on everything. Same as Trae Young. He would have got shut down by a lot of people, but it didn't matter to him. He stayed accountable and he kept going, and now look at him. Bucket. Same as Kyrie. Fundamentals. Same as Tim Duncan. Part the height. Step 5, and this one is a good one. Adapt and stay persistent. Being adaptable to your situation is going to be so helpful for you, especially when you have a lot of unsuccessful events go through your life. And for basketball, you might not make the team. You might miss that final shot. You should have passed that ball. You had a bad game. All of this stuff, as long as you stay persistent and adapt to what should have happened. Yeah, I should have made that pass. Next time I will. I should have made that shot. Next time I'll make a better shot. I didn't do that in the training session. I should have made that. I should have did this. You know what I mean? Stay persistent and just learn from there and adapt. And these are going to be steps to help you gain success. Remember, along the way, trying to attain this goal, you're going to have some ups and downs. You're going to have some massive failures and some massive successes. But if you stay level-headed, nothing's going to affect you. Your goal is to make it to the pros. Your goal is to make it to the NBA. Your goal is to be the best. You know what I mean? So just focus on that. Don't play on the level of your competition. Always play to yours. You're your own worst enemy. And if you give up on yourself, it doesn't matter how good the other team is or how bad they are. If you give up on yourself, you're losing to yourself. You're going to lose everything. So stay resilient, adapt, stay motivated, stay positive, and we're going to get you through this. And I hope you like this chapter of goal setting. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow all that shit, IG, TikTok, YouTube, comment, tell a friend. Deuce.